friends, back again. This is our third grade vocabulary reader called Meet Dino Sue. And some of you that may be listening to this that aren't in the third grade group might know that this has been mentioned in one of the other leveled readers or two. So this is interesting information to add to your already prior knowledge. Again, this is a vocabulary reader, third grade group, so there's no AR level or quiz for me to tell you. This is by Conchita Gomez. Ooh, this is a good looking book here. All right, our subheading is Meet Dino Sue. It is May 17th, 2000. The doors of the Field Museum in Chicago fly open. Visitors crowd into a large room. They are there to see something big. It is a dinosaur. She is 13 feet high and 42 feet long. Her name is Sue. Where did she come from? How did she get there? Who is Sue? Now, if you look at our caption, it says this is what visitors see when they first visit Dino Sue at the Field Museum in Chicago. And I would like to remind you, those writers out there, look at how they began. Look at how their hook really did hook you in. They would not have needed the picture. Just the way they started already had me curious enough to read further. Ooh, great. How was Sue discovered? That's our subheading. In the summer of 1990, Sue Henriksen was hunting fossils in South Dakota. A surprise was waiting for her. One morning, she climbed a cliff to get a better look at some huge bones she had spotted. She had found the remains of a huge Tyrannosaurus rex, also called a T-Rex. Down here is a caption. Sue Henriksen was amazed to find a T-Rex. Sequences of events here on how it becomes a fossil. The bones had been buried deep under rock and dirt. Over millions of years, the rock had worn away. So how did Sue become a fossil? Well, the first step in the process is she dies. The second step in the process is her bones were covered with sand and mud. And the third step in the process is that the bones hardened into rock and they were preserved. Pressure turns them into a fossil. Ooh, some great photographs. Hard work. Uncovering the bones was hard work. A team of workers gathered at the location. They used small tools and worked slowly. It took them 5 days just to remove the 30 feet of rock that covered the bones. The bones were old and weak. Workers had to be careful as each bone was found, it was cleaned. And then it was labeled and packed. Workers found almost every bone in the dinosaur's body. She was named Sue after Sue Hendrickson. And here's a caption that's showing you that the workers cut the fossils out of the rock. Another caption. Workers spent 25,000 hours working on Sue's skeleton. And that's what that's a picture of. Then if you look at the other photograph, look at that. That's crazy. You can tell that that's the head. It says Sue's skull makes her look like a fierce animal. All right, next heading, boxes of bones. The Field Museum in Chicago bought Sue. In 2000, more than 250 boxes of bones arrived there. Museum workers spent 2 years putting Sue back together, and each bone was cleaned again. When they were done, the museum had a nearly complete skeleton of Sue. The skull on Sue is made of plastic. Her real skull is too heavy to be mounted on the body. Sue's real skull is in a smaller room in the museum, and in that room, visitors can get a close-up view. Interesting. I didn't know that. Sue today. Putting Sue together in the museum took time and money. Was it worth it? Yes. Sue provided evidence for scientists. She helped them prove facts about life millions of years ago. She showed them how a T-Rex moved and how long it lived. Sue may give clues that answer even more questions in the future. Here are some facts about Sue. Her scientific name is Tyrannosaurus rex. Her age is 67 million years. Her length is 42 feet. Her height is 13 feet. The weight of the skull alone is 600 pounds, and the number of teeth is 58. Now, you remember we had a question about how many teeth a human has, and I hope some of you remember. Anybody? I think it was 32. So the fact that this meat-eating animal has 58 teeth and from the looks at them, pretty sharp, is a scary thought. All right, grab your vocabulary paper and begin answering the writing question.